everybody, and welcome back to Black Ram GX Gaming. We're here, we're live. We are finishing up a few things here in Rainbow Six Siege Extraction before we move on to the next game, which I have figured out what that is. It's going to be something completely different from what I normally play around here. It's something that's still extremely popular, and maybe something that not a lot of people have seen, things from our childhood that are still going today. And it's a fairly new game, so there's some clues as to what it might be. If you can guess what I'm talking about and what I'm going to play next, throw it up in the chat there. So let's see. I've only got a few things left to do here. And the achievements list, so I'll show you guys that in a second. If it's your first time watching, even after the stream's over, please drop a follow. That's huge. Like, share, comment, stars, those all go a long way as well, but the follow's big. In fact, I got to do a huge shout out to Clifford Manoban. Thank you very much for the follow over the weekend. Appreciate you, buddy. This first cheers. This is for you. Cheers. And if you're on YouTube, like and subscribe. So, here's what we got. We got interact with 100 points of interest in the game. And down here, interact with 5 points of interest in each region. So I looked it up, and you have to only do 5 in New York, San Francisco, Alaska, and Truth and Consequences. And we've definitely done it in everywhere but San Francisco. We've narrowed it down, so we know that's where we got to go do 5. I still got 2 areas in New York, and then apparently all 3 areas in San Francisco. I haven't found any yet. So I think I can find those, relatively quick here. We have to go back to New York because apparently we left an operator behind last time. It turned out, if I remember right, I was running around looking for points of interest, and time was running out. In the last minute, the game sends a ridiculous horde at you. That's enough for 5 or 6 people. And then I didn't press the button to start the airlock, but I was hiding in the airlock with 5 tormentors. So I thought I was safe. You actually have to press the button. I know. We need to earn a high score of 55,000 XP in a single incursion. And I think about the only way we can do that is in the assignments. So we'll be doing that, as we also have to do 5 assignments with at least 30,000 XP. So these two will tie together. We'll have, approximately 5 chances at that. Hopefully we'll get that done here today. And this last secret one is just for completing a match after completing all my studies. I completed them all, but I had some trouble in New York on the hardest difficulty, which is crazy to me, because I was doing it on Truth and Consequences. Oh, much of an issue. I think maybe I was taking New York and underestimating it because of how easy it was before. Ninja Smoke, what's going on, buddy? Cheers, thank you for the like. How are you doing? How was your weekend? Okay. First 2 shouldn't be too hard. How bad could the third one be? Well, if I'm taking on a Protean, maybe I want to do an LMG here. So we got to break out our favorite LMG. And the nitro cells. We bring the nitro cells for one key reason. When we run into, and inevitably we will run into, one of those Apex sons of bitches. They're really hard to take down as a single person. They run away, they're constantly spawning enemies, and they're shooting projectiles at you that you can't always focus on because you're focusing on the things that they're spawning. So, if you can hit them with 2 nitro cells before they know what's going on, you are good to go.
Attempt the rescue, the arc tree will try and bind our operator even more.
A little rust there. My shots were not perfect. Okay, you got this right here.
Door is barricaded.
Don't let the arc cells reach the arc tree. We've cut the tree's energy source. Get our MIA out.
And we're good. Probably. Allegedly. Possibly. And I spent
Arc tree is weaker now.
14
Almost there.
minutes looking around for
Extraction pod is on standby. Exfil our operator.
points of interest, so I doubt there's any more in this area that I didn't find. It's possible. I was hoping the ringing phone would be one, and you get something funny.
Place our casualty in the extraction pod.
Nah. Not so much.
That operator will be grateful for what you did today.
RED sweeping. Blowout kits here.
Yeah, I probably don't need that med kit.
Eliminate my target.
Oh my god, and there's one of them apexes I was talking about. Yeah, we don't need that.
Your approach so far is working. Keep at it.
We aren't sure if this next carbase skin is caused by maturation or if they are entirely new.
Nothing left to do here, but there's more in the next subzone.
Standard NBC hazard suits provide adequate contamination resistance, but are not as robust as operator PPE.
Airlock sequence. Subzone transition in effect.
This is a rescue mission. React personnel encountered.
I haven't been to
lab
this area, so we gotta look
complications
around for
with
some points of
The
interest.
distress call came from this sector.
RED scanning.
We got ourselves a big boy up there. Little chunk of man. Oh, so there's no points of interest? Shenanigans. I'm interested in this whole room.
RED active. Sweeping perimeter. RED scanning.
It's a kitchen. This is interesting. No points of interest, though. Shenanigans. A camera. That's interesting. What's on it? Nope. Fuck that camera. Gotta use the old ears. I'm in disbelief at the lack of interesting points. Like, look at this. This is crazy architecture. I'm interested. Tell me about it, game. What about this? This is art. Just gotta save the asset here out of safety's sake.
Blinding spores are a combination of different types of spores, each containing a unique toxin.
That's not interesting.
RED sweeping.
There's the VIP. Exfil the package. Asset is under attack.
This is bullshit!
Couldn't exfil the asset.
Of course we couldn't next film.
Those
Ooh.
branches on the tree.
Now it's murdering time. Nope, murdering time's over. Ah!
Don't bother with setbacks right now. Keep looking ahead.
Alright, Alright, whatever. I guess I don't need to focus on the points of interest too well, since I've already got a large amount of them on this map. And we've still got
A magnetic
5
confinement
places to look
system
over.
is active in this subzone. It's containing a singularity. Find it.
First of all, that Apex should be dead. You going for 100 or the full 150? I'm just gonna do the 100. That full 150 sounds awful. Actually, it probably wouldn't be too bad. I wouldn't think, because there's guides. Like, trying to do it all on my own sounds awful. But if I follow the guide, I guess it wouldn't be too bad. But since the achievements don't make me, I'm not going to. I know you get the, like, RC XP. Oh my god. But who needs it?
Even though the plumbing test is clear, React protocol is to isolate the hotel and water supply.
How about you? Did you do the full thing, Anthony, or did you do the 100? Oh, hello.
It can help you locate the objective.
Got it done Thursday with a guide? Yeah, it's honestly awful. Doing it on your own, that's why I tried, but... Oh! Oh, shenanigans. Whatever. I don't have to do this.
Reloading.
Anthony, thank you for the like. Choose.
Got intel. Your efforts are
But since you can't tell which ones you've already got ripped, I hear you. That would be the whole thing. If I did it with the guide to try to get all 150, I would have to legit start from the beginning. Oh, I just had to extract. I thought I had to do all the things for that one. Yeah, whatever. I would have to, yeah, start at number 1 and go all the way through. What's worse is there's games that are like that, like Halo. I was doing the new Halo campaign, and there's collectibles all over the map, and they're all tracked except for one type, and that is these audio recordings, which I got almost all of them except for like 1 or 2. And they're not tracked at all, so I would have to look at the map if I wanted to find them all, and I just said to hell with it. I'm not 100%ing this one. And go through one by one each location and try to find where I did it and where I didn't. That'd be a lot of work to go to 9 places that I've already been and find the 10th. There's a few that you would honestly never find without a guide. Anyone who says they did this is lying. I believe you 100%. There was a bunch I found in Alaska and in Truth and Consequences where I went through over and over how many times looking for them and couldn't find it, and then it'd be like a gate that was right behind the spawn. Why would you ever think to go there?
HB7 out for a spin.
I sure as shit wouldn't. Alright, let's try frags. People talk highly about frags, and maybe you get more of them than nitro cells. You definitely need a guide to find the skulls, especially since they're invisible. And I found a few being very exploratory or whatever, and just looking around and trying to find everything I can, trying to not miss any obvious places. And I definitely didn't come close to finding them all. Maybe a 5th, and even that's probably an overstatement. Probably not even a 5th. Maybe an 8th.
A malignant neoplasm is causing the nest to mutate. Clear the nest, then get a sample of that neoplasm.
neoplasm.
Heartbeat sensor deployed.
Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. But where's 5? Ah. Ow.
We've destroyed Abara's nest, and the neoplasm will be vulnerable. Use your reactor to get a sample from the source.
Oh, hello.
Deploying heartbeat sensor. Throwing frag.
I suppose that was a waste of a grenade. In Alaska, there's one in a corner of a random solar panel outside that you have to look up at. So random. Oh, Jesus. I don't like that. I guess I didn't know that there was some that you have to look at in a specific angle. That's the thing, though, is like, for it to show up, you know, you have to be so close. You know, you can't just walk by and hope it's there. You have to, like, stare at the wall and scan around like this. And it could be anything. You know, there's things that look like point of interests in one area, and then they are a point of interest in another. Like, it could be a car smashing through something. I know that was somewhere else. I know there was a winery or a wine basement or something where they were talking about whether or not the wine bottles would still be good. And then you find like 3 or 4 other locations that are just like that, and nothing. Crickets. So I'm like, it's so hard. You think you can just identify it with your eyes, but it's so random you can't.
People tried to block
Now there's
the
this
spread
fan.
of the parasite as best they could. Unfortunately, some ended up boxing themselves in.
And apparently I still haven't found 5 in all regions. So here we are in San Francisco.
We're done in this subzone. You should move to the next one.
If you're on the map, I think you are outside on the top left. There's one on the white van. You found it as I was typing it. That's hilarious. That's how it works. You stumble on them or you don't. Nope, here we go.
Here was hard on some people, but it still had a vibrant way of life.
How many have I found? Just 2? So we gotta find at least 3 more here in San Fran. In the Tenderloin. Which whenever I hear the Tenderloin, all I can think of is Impractical Jokers. Because their group, before they were the Impractical Jokers, was called the Tenderloins. My break's done, Hopey. Hope you have a great day. Oh, thank you for stopping in on your break. Appreciate it. Hey, you have a great day at work. And hopefully it finishes up pretty quick for you. Hopefully it's not a long day. Thank you again for stopping in and seeing if you could help me out with that point of interest. I'll catch you on the next one. We'll still have to do an assignment or the rank together. Otherwise, if I try the rank today, I'm going to be doing it, oh man, maybe by myself. Oh, oh, I didn't want to say it.
Dry! Heartbeat sensor activated.
I hate those guys. If you do not have a good stun or paralyze equipment, oh man, I am messing up hard today. Oh my god, it's so bad. I really, really love the blinding spores. Now, Anthony's got me thinking I need to keep looking up. What is that? Baby powder? It's highly infectious and we're putting this on our children.
If we
Insanity.
focus on all the weird parasite stuff, we miss the big picture. People used to live here.
Oh no! Wow. I removed that? Just by looking down real fast? I'll take it. I swear I've done that a few times already, but thought it was a fluke.
Your methods have gotten you this far. Keep up the advance.
Every operator that goes MIA ends up in one.
Okay, that ought to be 5 in every
So
region.
far, it can't get through the stasis phone.
Airlock sequence.
I think maybe that's just 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. I think it's 5. I'll find one more.
We can
See if
get
that
fresh,
achievement pops.
unedited samples
Maybe
for
it's
our
gotta
ID.
pop
Yeah, beats me. Just deal with
after
the react blade.
the incursion's over. Yeah, we gotta keep searching for stuff anyway.
Lock frag.
Shh, everybody, shh. You heard nothing. Shh. Kayla, thank you for the like.
Frag out.
It's right there. React blade, do your thing.
Ah! Oh god, bad day, bad day. Oh. Oh, I need to somehow get this guy. Holy fuck nuggets. They're everywhere, Bobby. That grenade hurt me. Other explosives don't. Yeah, alright. You know what? Bringing the explosives feels like a good idea because you need them for apexes. But for everything else, for oh man, what are their names? The big guys? Berserker Shakers? The fuck are they? And the Tormentors, the enemies you'll see vastly more of and a higher number of. The fudge is their name. Smashers. Everything but the apexes, the paralysis grenades are significantly better for. Maybe nitro's better because you can do it more quickly. Frag grenades just seem kind of rough. 81%. Oh, that won't do. I don't care about the difficulty. Honestly, the score doesn't matter. It's doing it for entertainment purposes, but at the same time, I just want to get this done. So we're just going to go on a slightly easier difficulty and run through this shit. Pretty nice that they give you these difficulty options, I gotta say, because like just be a pain in the ass otherwise.
When I knock them down, they'll stay down.
You know, she has paralysis grenades as is. Take that, nitro cells. She's got her air jabs and let's face it, they're basically the same thing.
We need new data on the parasite's underground network. It keeps evolving, adapting. Plant auto trackers on dormant nests. Don't destroy them, or we'll lose the trackers. Nests are there. Tag them with auto trackers.
Auto tracker activated.
That's enough data. We'll find out what the parasite is keeping from us.
Whoa!
nothing left to do here, but there's more in the next subzone.
Gravity's funky in here. That's gotta be interesting, right?
Wow. Index is picking up some major gravitational fluctuation coming from that production.
That's what I'm talking about. 5 in each point. Not even 1% has done that, and that is an extremely easy thing to do. And you know what? It's one of the last things I'm getting done. Doesn't even make sense.
The catalyst emitter stimulates the bacteria present in parasite artifacts to produce synaptic discharges.
That's right, it shouldn't take too much longer to get the, rest of these finished. Sam, thank you for the like. Cheers. I wonder what could be right there. Acting like I didn't see it for the fun of it. Had to toy with the sludge a little. Sounds weird, now that I say it out loud. Any interesting files? Interesting showers? No? Okay, well. The moon? That's interesting. Guess it's not. Sam, what's happening? Thank you for the shares. Cheers. Ah, delicious. There we go.
Trying to land a robot probe on the dark side of the moon to search for water.
Dark side of the moon, great place for water. Okay. I think that's about everything in this area. That was obvious anyway. Or even not obvious.
You're adapting well to the circumstances. Keep that momentum.
These structures seem to refine and manufacture parasite nutrients right out of the air.
Nothing else? Just that? Okay.
Airlock secret.
Let's see where we're at now. To 84. We need 16 more.
Parasite activity is causing the tremors.
Beer mug.
Find the seismic stations or
Beer mug?
in the subzone.
Hell yeah.
Analyze and dissipate
Oh,
the
I
waste.
cannot pause. Cheers, Sam. Thank you. Oh, 250 stars. What up, Sam? Cheers. Now, Sam, with that, you are able to do a voice mod of your choice. Let me know your selection, and I will turn it on. As a reminder of your options are high-pitched, low-pitched, female, or random. Take the woman voice? Alrighty. Seems to be a popular one. Alright, I believe it is on now. So, let me know if it is or if
You're
it
having
isn't.
trouble locating the objective? Try a recon tool. That's one of them, but you need to start with the first station.
Oh! Got him! Almost a two. Twofer!
Reloading.
It sounds a little funky, but it's on. Oh, yeah, it ain't perfect, but it's something. Candy, what's going on, buddy? Thank you for the like. I think you gotta put a little pizzazz and try to put your own best woman voice on while it's happening. If your voice is too manly, like, you know, mine, then it doesn't always come through the best. And honestly, I just don't have the confidence to try to do a female voice myself. So how's it going, Sam? I'm doing good. Having a good time. It's a good week. I hope. For the most part, that... Whoa! Temperature is above freezing for half the week. That's huge. I'll take that. Oh, examine. Candy, what's up? You sound like Medina. If Medina had a cousin. From, what, the Tyler Perry stuff? Your voice is too manly. Isn't it? Alright, listen to it. The Borderline's amazing. Just Borderlines, though. Oh! Well, that could have gone worse.
There's the first station. Activate it.
Reload.
Medina. The more I think about it, what's Medina? It sounds nasally. That could be.
Commencing seismic triangulation. Setting timeout interval.
You did it. Head to the
Are you talking about my real voice? Oh, rude. Sounds like you're trying to fight.
Updating seismic triangulation.
It's working. station.
Former temps there too, that's the way. I'm sick of this below freezing shit. No, the voice mod. Woo! Alright. My ego is about to take a serious hit. This guy.
Seismic triangulation complete.
Alright.
Time for stabilization procedure.
React scientists are disrupting the propagation of the seismic
We
wave.
find
Work.
15 more of these points. Speaking of, hello, there's one.
Robot on the moon when the parasite attacked. I hope that's
Beep, boop, boop, beep. Nothing, huh? What about this? What is this strange artifact with forks on the front that looks like it lifts things? Can't examine that. Shame. Avoided that fight. That's right, it's not worth it. Hey, Levon, thank you very much for the like. Cheers. Appreciate it. How are you doing? What's all that noise?
You can head to the next subzone. Nothing left of interest here.
Oh, hello.
PD SWAT responded when the company called for help. But all their special weapons and training didn't help.
14-ish points we gotta find out. What's in here? Nice office, a lot of window space. That's what I'm talking about. That guy should just go work from home. It's way better. Okay. I think I kind of ran through here, but... Let's take another peeky peek. Alright, well, that seems to be all I can find in this area. On to the next one!
You're driven, and it shows. Carry that into the next subzone.
Something inside these neoplasms is either precious or fragile, hence the thick, hard shell. Ugh.
Airlock sequence. Subzone trip.
Alright, where are we at? 88. 12 left! 12 left! And then we can work on the assignments.
The magnetic confinement system is active in this subzone. It's containing a singularity. Find it.
Shut up! Okay. Maybe we have this under control. And here's what I'm scared of. I'm gonna spend way too much time looking around. And I don't know if the timer's gonna reset when I go in the singularity. If it doesn't reset, I'm screwed. What is that? Underdeveloped? Oh!
Reloading.
Alright, well, I'm fine. Oh!
Equipment React analysts and operators might need is pre-staged on-site and biometrically locked cases.
Yeah, nice when you can just look at them and they explode.
The singularity can take you to another... We're not sure where it will take you.
Just hop in, alright? Hello? Sounds like he's getting pissed. I'm gonna be honest, I had no idea where it was. I could not see him.
Space exploration. Seems like they didn't have to look far.
I was just shooting at where the icon was.
Reloading.
Alright, now to check out the whole other side. It only took 6 minutes to get one side. Yeah, if the singularity doesn't reset the time, I'm gonna lose the character. I'm not really paying attention if it does or doesn't. I think it does. If I had to bet money, I would say it does. Oh, that volume is glitched. Enterprise space. Like a Star Trek thing? This isn't something. I call shenanigans on how some of these things aren't points of interest. Here we go.
Satellite was scheduled to go up with next-gen ground-penetrating sensors. We sure could use it now.
Okay, kind of working through in a zigzag pattern here. Seeing how that goes. Chuck through the walls, sometimes that's no. Okay. Not a point. What about truck not in the wall? Not so lucky. Mocha machine? Come on, come on. Nothing? No. Oh, here's one.
3D printer was trying out an experimental printing stock when the parasite hit, but all traces of it are gone.
Yeah, that must be all of them that I can find. And I have lost count yet again. 8 more. 8 more, and we've got 2 more locations to try out here in San Francisco, and 2 more in New York. We should get these 100 points done, no problem. So I saw the timer kicks down to 5 seconds when you're going in. So it's essentially going like going through an airlock. Fingers crossed. And I'll get my time back. Hey, Mike, what's going on? Thank you for the notify cheers. Wish I had the laser unlocked and make it easier than shooting. Oh, and hi. Hi there, how are you doing? It's definitely takes the game to a whole nother level when you can just look at things and it cleans up everything. On top of that, it also does damage. So it's nice that when shit goes wrong and you can just look at things and it hurts them, it's fantastic. I will say this, shooting does a bigger or wider range. Oh. Of effectiveness, but you know. I could just destroy that. Oh, he's just destroying all my stuff. this nitro cell seems to be doing work. Wasted ammo that way, though, for sure. I agree 100%. What's nice is it never feels like you're really running out of ammo. Oh, fuck. So long as you're finding all the crates. The problem is when you're not finding crates, like, I've had games where you're playing with random teammates, and they're hogging all the boxes. You know, I mean, I'll grab maybe both charges from a box. But then I'll leave the next box. I won't leave it if people are just blatantly, ignoring ammo. But I've had games where, like, I was Ella, and I had her 150 round LMG. And I ran out of ammo real fast. From having to shoot the ground and everything. It was before I had the laser. And they wanted to keep going. I'm like, I'm not going forward with a knife. It's not happening. I was signaling for a long time. I needed ammo, but you never know. It's kind of how it goes. That was on... What was that? Was that level 3 difficulty on Alaska? But it's nice because, like, so you're having to waste ammo and shoot stuff while trying to... fend this off. Yeah, just sweeping it up a little bit as we go. Just some casual cleaning. Oh. Oh, a nice little trick. I'm not doing it at the moment. You might not have noticed, but when you grab those ammo boxes, it auto reloads. That's a joke! Oh, shit! I knew that was about to happen. On the plus side, though, I'm at the progression level 19, so it's not too much farther to go. That's right. Once I was getting to near those 20s, it felt pretty good, because you just know how close you are. Oh! Alright, if we can... Oh, shit! I did not need those extra gas. There we go. Woo, that wasn't too bad. Honestly, if you can do the tasks of studies, that helps you go through it real fast too. Hold on. Has it been 10 minutes? It's got to open.
Portal jump. Never mind. Everyone can see what we're up against.
It's been 23 minutes. Good lord. Alright.
I'll turn the voice mod off here. So long as you're doing those studies, it goes pretty well. Like, there was one in Alaska about uncloaking a lurker with equipment that I got stuck on forever because I didn't really know what it wanted. I thought it was using equipment that says it's used to specifically uncloak cloaked lurkers. Or Archaeans. No. What they wanted you to do is to hit it with a impact grenade or something. Did not know that. Pissed Thor off a bit from what I watched so far. Yeah, no kidding. The first time I showed buddy who was new at the game, one of those Proteans, I wasn't telling him anything about what was going to happen. He went in his sledge. I'm like, alright, so it's going to freak you out. But that's you. Evil you. Kind of like the new Doctor Strange movie. And I think he tried to hammer him back. I'm like, I don't think your hammer's better. This has got lightning. Let's not do that. It didn't work out. San Fran's at 75%. Not bad. Not bad. San Fran's not bad. When you get to Alaska, there's that arcane cloaked one or whatever. And you need to get a lurker specifically. Just know that every lurker, and that's the Demogorgon looking thing, every single one will cloak. You can like shoot it once, and if there's other enemies around, it'll back up and then cloak. Sometimes they'll just chase you endlessly, so not everyone's gonna do it or do that behavior. And then when it does, just hit it with an impact grenade quick. That one's rough. Got 3 easy runs. That time I did. The Protean's not always too easy. Sometimes, if you get Sledge, it's easy. When you get Alibi, oh, it's the worst.
Yeah, beats me. Just kill them with your react blade.
And then there's a few at the last place, the Truth and Consequences. That is quite the pain. The final one's rough. Like, you need to complete all 3 challenges in 15 minutes. That's not too bad. I think I got it on my second try, maybe? Maybe my first? Oh, and here's why the beam is also nice. Taking care of these. You can't beat that. Who do you normally play, Mike? Who's your favorite character? I kind of don't really have much of a favorite. I like them all.
It looks pretty calm out there.
Normally play solo on Xbox, and most people in quick play have no clue what's going on. Yeah, ain't wrong. I've played a lot of quick plays because it kept it really interesting for me. Solo, like probably for you, the same situation. You know you can handle your shit. You're not gonna spook too many, or if you do, you can clean it up real quick. Not a big deal. But quick play, whew, you know you're in for a rough time sometimes. And I kind of like it because it was kind of funny, the situations that would occur. But when you're actually trying to get some stuff done, it definitely slows you down. Hello. And what I'm doing now, I'm now having to backtrack to find all these points of interest because you can only do that on solo. So this would have been an achievement I would have already had done probably if I had done more solo. Vigil was the first one I got to level 10. I think he might have been the first one I got to level 10 too. Vigil's insanely good. My trick was, and I didn't realize, there's like 3 achievements around getting your characters to level 10. All of them. But as soon as I got them to level 10, I don't know if I ever played anyone again. So then people who became my favorites after Vigil, I just stopped using. So like I got Pulse to level 9, and I just stopped using them so I could use them in case I was desperate for nest study. Because Pulse is super good. I love Pulse. Who else do I really like? I really like Ella. Her abilities, just like Nomad's, maybe a little faster to use because you gotta reload yours with Nomad. And she's got that amazing
Take it out with your react blade.
LMG. So it was hard to put Ella to the side, but I got her to level 10 pretty quick, I think. Pulse and Tachanka are also at level 10. That's awesome. Pulse, yeah, he's so easy with the nests. Taking care of those before you do your objectives, especially on the harder difficulties. It's real key. And Tachanka, I've heard from a lot of people, like if you're going up against an Apex and you kind of have a jump on it, or you can lead it to the turret, apparently you can annihilate anything. I've never been in a situation or moved slow enough around where I felt I could use it. I'm in the first area still? Oh, okay. But you love Tachanka for the meme. I like that he even has meme lines talking about the Lord and Saviors here.
Looks like there was some unsavory stuff going on here. But since the infestation, none of that matters.
Nothing left for us here.
Unsavory
Head to the next
stuff.
subzone.
Oh, stealing some gold bars. There's nobody who's really bad when you know how to use them in their abilities. I know a lot of people don't like Hibana, but if you shoot her stuff, they'll stick to all the enemies, her breaching rounds, and then you can just blow them up instantly. There's no heat up time or anything, so there's pretty fairly powerful explosives. And if you have any studies where you have to use specifically explosives to take out enemies, having her to just use her ability along with impacts or whatever is pretty nice.
C4 deployed. Detonate.
Gotta do what you gotta do. I've noticed you can't do that in assignments. It says what friendly fire's on for that, which would suck because I'm quite used to clearing myself that way. I've been through all of this? Okay. Alright.
It looks pretty calm out there. That's because we evacuated a 6-block radius around the hot zone.
Should be good here. All those things are why I carry impact grenades. Exactly. Impact grenades are super useful, and they actually stay useful for a long time. Eventually, when you get there, I think paralysis grenades are probably the best equipment in the game, because you throw it, it doesn't have to bounce on the ground. The moment it hits whatever, it goes off. And then nitro cells, because you have complete control. Nitro cells, so the strongest enemy in the game, the Apex. This is going to be one of the hardest studies you have. This one took me a little while. I kept trying to do it with people because I thought it was the only way. When you run into an Apex, you have to kill it before it spawns enemies. And that's the first thing it does. It has the most defense. You can't assassinate it or take it down. And so some people will say online, like, hit it with several grenades because it stuns it. Just keep hitting it with explosives, whatever you got. And that can work, but you need a lot of them. Nitro cells, you hit it with 2, it's game over, you won. So I had to do that. Because I got tired of playing with people. I couldn't do it anymore. Truth and Consequences on Critical, which is the level 4 difficulty. Ugh. With randoms. If you think it's bad now in San Francisco, wait till you get to the harder ones. I just kept saying on the stream, how are people this far in the game? Specifically, these people. Because there's plenty that you play with that are good. But for every good player you'll play with, there's 2 that are terrible. And will just run around and piss everything off, and then you have the whole map running after you. Alright, how many more do I have? 3 more! We're getting it done on this round. And then we're trying assignments. For the first time since the last time. Talking about people running through, and here I am. Well, for me right now it's a bit different. I don't really care, I'm pretty stacked. And I just need to find these points of interest quick. Shit, if there was 3 around this helipad, I would just leave.
C4 set. Detonate.
That's another reason you probably like impacts, huh? You get all those explosive points along with the blinding spore points. It's a nice little bonus. Also, if you have a drone and you scan it, then you get scan points as well for tactical. I think they're called tactical points. Scan, but they go in the tactical category. The second drone you get is worth it. The first one you have to like manually scan everything. The second one is just drive by and it scans. Very true. Yes, sir. Oh, we're back here.
There. One of them buddies with the elite.
Shut your mouth.
That's it. A gesture to attract attention.
Normally I wouldn't waste nitro cells like that. I'm just getting a little careless.
Yep, you're attracting their leader, all right.
How bad could their leader be? It's gonna be like a lurker. Impact grenades and XR recon drones are my friends. I mean, if you got enough time as a solo to get through using those recon drones, you know, do it. I call them absolutely necessary for harder levels, especially when you have other people. Because you probably noticed when you play solo versus when you play with other people, the sheer amount of enemies changes. So when all of a sudden you've got triple the enemies to deal with, you really gotta
Packed when the Archeans showed up.
be
Evacuating
careful.
must have been a nightmare.
Play it slow, play it smart. You know, sometimes there's points of interest in here. Maybe I can find one quick.
Don't plan on coming back to this zone.
Nothing? That feels false. Here we go.
The capture net stuns Archean subjects within .03 seconds and keeps them docile during transport.
.98, so I must have found one of those before. Nothing interesting about the king's bed here? What about this toilet? Shenanigans. Here we go.
It contains a high explosive caustic payload, which utterly destroys parasite structures.
Whoa, so one of them didn't count? That is L2. Okay. Alright, well, we're gonna extract and try an assignment. Now, I will say, I have done an assignment one time before. One time, I didn't understand it fully. I didn't read the rules. I made some mistakes. I screwed over my entire team. I'll admit, it was purely my fault. But, what can I say? I know better now. I know better. And I think a lot of people do assignments because the last one, Kick the Anthill, was like a huge XP exploit. Well, that's another achievement down. Cheers, everybody. Assignments Veteran New York. It's critical. Immersive mode for autonomous operators. This assignment requires managing ammunition wisely to face arcanes without any backup. Their friendly fire will be on. Minimalist HUD, dynamic HUD, limited icons and outlines. So not much information is going to be given to us. And tactical reloading. Ammo remaining in magazines is wasted on reload. Which isn't so bad when you've got 2,000 rounds. But I don't know what it's going to be like here. I haven't tried them yet. I'm putting it off until I can get a full team. That's a good idea. I wonder if I got anybody on. A conjured bag. Conjured bag. Who is that? Is that Anthony, maybe? I think he said he was on break, so maybe he's at work. And he just left his on. But, I don't know. I've got nothing else to do, so let's give it a go. So, Mike, this is either going to go horribly or not so bad. Let's see what they pick. I'll go Pulse. Fragmentation grenades? Terrible. Don't ever use them. Oh my god. This dude's going in as a level 6 and a level 9, which hilariously combines to 69. Cheers. It's a funny number. That was a stretch, but I went for it. Happens either way. That's true. We got Master Jipahud and Fu Doge. Coming in at 190 pounds and 5'2". He's a big fan of Dogecoin. Fu Doge. I've got faith. They're gonna do just alright. Not much better than that. So I need to get 30,000 XP 5 times, and one time I need to get 55,000 XP.
You will collect data on parasite energy phenomena as they react to the catalyst.
Who's the bright guy out here with the bright ideas? Trying to make bright puns. Hey, you might want to look out for that.
I'm reloading.
What is all that noise? Eee! Oh my god. The tactical reloading tells you how much you're wasting. It's instinct! I can't do anything about it!
Your objective can't be far. Try a recon tool if you've got one.
May the force be with you. I need it. I need it, good sir. Okay, only wasted 2 bullets. I think I can live with wasting like a handful, but
Bit of the emitter. We will record the parasites since
Oh, I probably should be doing this shit, huh?
Go there. Engage my hostile.
So,
Device on the road.
and that's the easiest way to take out a tormentor, by the way. I don't know if they still have it, but the first set of assignments had this thing where you had to unlock a security console. Oh my god. I'm a scrub. Where's my team? Where's ammo?
I'm low on ammo here.
Is that part of the limited HUD? Is if you can't see your team? That's it? If so, I kind of like that. Gone, teammates took it, probably. As soon as we took faith away from them, here they are, shining through.
Scanning with HB7.
It started. Head
It's all the
to zone.
nests. What's the first zone? The game doesn't tell us what the first zone is?
Initiating data transfer.
Hostiles inbound.
Hello, friends. It is I, your savior.
Head over there.
Engage my target.
Data transfer complete.
Still more
So it's
data
kind of like a
to collect.
beeping noise, I'm noticing. I didn't know what it was at first, but I'm noticing it's when you're low on ammo or out. Oh.
Initiating data transfer.
Arcane's incoming.
I like how they don't distract you with little things like how much points you're getting for getting these kills. I don't even know if they're my kills. I guess why worry about it? Oh my god! I had nothing to do with the amount of health he lost. Nothing. He looked like a bad guy!
Head to the next scanning zone.
Ceasefire! Canceling last directive. Reloading!
I do got some luck of the draw with these guys right now. They're not doing that bad. Honestly, I'm the one who keeps shooting them. Oh! Fuck nuggets. Stop shooting me! I know it's only fair, but come on! I'm scared to reinforce this now. I just lost all my health on that.
Hold your fire!
I'm reloading!
Not bad when all those Akians were rushing at you like crazy.
I got you, friend. Okay, this friendly fire is no joke. I do like this heightened amount of realism. That's a new level of fun for me. I don't like that every time I shoot teammates, totally on accident, they're walking in front of me. Oh, he's trying to leave? Oh, and you don't even know what their health is like at all. I guess everyone's in. Alright.
You got intel. Your efforts are not
Just like Siege, exactly.
with React will tell
It warns you so fast. Stop it or you'll be banned or kicked or whatever. It's not on purpose! I remember the good old days of Siege when it first came out. I don't know if it's the good old days or not. Where if you killed a teammate, there was no repercussion. You could kill everyone on your team one at a time, run around in circles, and shoot everyone in the back of the head. And it was fine. And a lot of people got mad, including me, because there'd be a lot of times if you played games ranked or otherwise, apparently it didn't matter in good old-fashioned Siege. Where the four of them just wouldn't like you because maybe you picked a character they liked. You could have done nothing wrong. You could have clutched a 4v1 and saved that team. But because you picked Nomad and that's a new character, we're all gonna kill you every time the moment you spawn. There was some problems with it for sure. I think it's gotten to the point where it's too critical of friendly fire, where the bans happen swiftly. I mean, I don't have that issue, but the worst is explosives. Like Fuse, you're gambling when you play Fuse. You gotta be real careful where you use his ability in Siege. It's crazy. Their health is as gone as yours. I figured Vigil, he went down. So this one seems like it'd be a lot better to have some communication on. So far, I haven't heard anyone talking. I really don't like that serial scan to start. Decontamination's not great with people who don't wait for everyone to get in a position or don't wait till you've cleared the outside area. Specimen, probably one of the easiest, but turns out a lot of people happen to kill the specimen. It happens a lot, especially when it's a weaker enemy. You kind of see that.
Watch your step. I tend to get underfoot.
He's got a drone. He's got body armor. I'll do this. The belt is super nice because you start off with just a shit ton of grenades and you get like somewhere between 6 to 8 per pickup. So you can just use the shit out of these paralysis grenades. Never played Siege solo. Usually had a full team, so there was no issues with Fuse. Fair enough. You know, I would say there was a time in maybe the first year or two of Siege when I played the most, where I almost always had a team. Because I did a lot of ranked, and if you prove yourself in ranked, I mean, everyone just adds you. You go, sure, you know what, we won, I'll add you back. So I didn't have that issue a lot, but after I went away for a while and like everyone I played with switched to different games, saw a lot more issues with finding teammates.
Scanning with HB7.
Throwing device. Situation has
And that's how you do that. You can tell I've been playing solo a while. I think they may have killed one of something, but I feel like I handled business right there. Got the tormentor, the guy next to him. One or two more. And the nests. Whatever do you mean?
Keep searching for your objective. Use a recon device if you have one.
Oh, you know. I haven't played Siege in a long time now at this point. Mine. Look at that. Now I got 11 of these things. It only shows you for a second how much you got.
Go there.
Yeah, bye. It's been some time. There's just been so many other games that have come out since, but there's something nostalgic about it. And it doesn't even feel that old. Like, it still feels like a pretty good game. Like, first of all, just being able to tilt is huge. And I don't know why more games don't have that. I mean, there's been some. I'd say the majority of games don't include it. Oh man, it got bad. It got bad real fast. I installed it a few days ago. Haven't started it up yet. I don't know if I've I don't know if I've ever uninstalled it. I think it's just remained installed. I don't know if I can stop getting assaulted long enough to do anything about this. Let's see. I'll have just a moment. You son of a bitch, I asked for a moment.
Activate the emitter. Your transceiver will send data to the Pioneer.
Just take care of some of these nests. And popping these things out like candy. Oh, fuck.
I'll rattle the cages a bit.
Okay. We're having ammo issues. Ah, I just can't. I want to help them so bad. It's not worth losing another character, though. And by another character, I mean my first one. Because I don't have any others gone. I don't know how it went so poorly. It seemed like it was going fine for me. Anyways, alright. My favorite Tom Clancy game has to be Splinter Cell series. They gotta remaster them or make new ones. Sadly, I can say I've never played one. I didn't get one early enough, and then when it became a long-term series, I felt so far behind. It was like, oh man, if I got into it now and I really liked it, which I assumed I would, then I'd have to go back and play all the old ones. And you ever get into a series late and then try to go backwards, and then the old games just aren't as good, or they're kind of stale in comparison? So it's kind of a struggle sometimes to go backwards. But my question for you then, just because I'm curious, I don't know many people who've played them a lot, told me anything about them. Is it like a continuing story, or is it like completely different characters? Like each game doesn't matter, you could come in fresh and it's fine. Like, I don't know, I can't think of an example, but I'm sure there's a few games out there that are just completely fresh every time. Let's see if I can find one. These games, kind of fresh. Diablo, you could kind of jump into them. Doom, you for sure could. Doom's story is pretty weak. The Elder Scrolls, you could just jump into any one of those. Fallout, basically the same. It's kind of nice to know some backstory, but you don't really need to. Kind of learn them as you go. Final Fantasies are completely different every time. They just have, like, the same themes. Same main character, Sam Fisher. I've heard the name. Because it's quite popular. Or on Siege Zero. Siege Zero. Remember when there was going to be a Rainbow Six... What was it? Patriot and Commando? You know, I think it was like 2 games that just became this game. By the way, if you haven't used Jaeger much, Jaeger is insanely good. If you have any kind of defense mission, if you need to pull an operator out or anything, his, what do you call that, trophy system style device literally just shoots out and attacks anything in the range. So if you put that down and enemies charge at you, it attacks them until it dies. If you put it near a tree when you're trying to pull an operator out, it zaps everything for you. So it'll never touch, and you can just pull and you're good to go. Same thing with any defense. It stops projectiles while also being offensive. It's great. The character Zero on Siege. I know I worded it wrong. Oh. Character Zero on Siege. Rainbow Six Siege? Zero. Is that the guy, his symbol's like 3 little green gas canisters or something? Oh my god. Yes. Okay, nice. I know, I can picture him. I can't think of what his ability is. Alright, this is awful. He's got a mic, but all it is static every 3 or 4 seconds. Like, oh my god. I cannot. Hey, Uncanny. Zero, aka Splinter Cell, Sam Fisher. Oh, because they look exactly the same? Uncanny here's another big Siege player. I'm surprised he's not on this game. He has a drone cameras that penetrate metal and soft walls. Ah, that's right. It's been a while, so I haven't seen it. But I kind of remember as it go. This guy knows. Uncanny's a goon. This game is odd for me. But it's Rainbow. I'm sure it'd be different if it was free. like it was for us Xbox people. Like, you can't not try it when it's free. He's a sneaky bastard when played right. Somehow, we missed this. Wasn't Caveira, like, not allowed in League play or something? I just remember when banning was a thing, it probably still is a thing, that she was almost always banned. Her or Echo. Like, those two had to go.
Reloading.
Oh. I wish I knew what was happening. I'm stunned. Surely a different rainbow reminds me a lot of Back 3 Blood, in a way. Oh. I didn't try that one. I know what you mean, Back 4 Blood. I'm sorry. I couldn't help myself.
Reloading here.
Back 4 Blood is a decent game. I'd like to call it Left 4 Dead 3. It basically was. I can't remember what the problem was. They didn't own the IP or something. So they just made the same game and changed the title. Caviar still gets banned in unranked and ranked, but still seeing a lot of Clash. Oh, Clash. I thought Clash... Remember when she just came out and then was taken out of the game completely for an entire season? That was hilarious.
Turn on the catalyst emitter.
Classic Ubisoft not giving us the characters they promise. Why was my number auto-corrected? I know what I typed. That's funny.
I'm reloading.
Oh my god. Oh my god. What are these guys doing back here? They're just sitting in a corner shooting them instead of taking out the nests. There's clearly another nest in here. Here we go. I think they lost their licensing rights, like how Walking Dead got hit with. We all know what you meant. Oh yeah, we all know. But you know what? Sometimes it's like playing Left 3 Dead because there's only 3 of you actually doing anything. Oh, thank God. The ground's shaking. I wonder what could be in here. Nothing. It's clear.
Head over there.
Don't worry. I'll do this. When he looked at me like that, I was like, I don't feel like they're gonna come help me. And I'm dead. See, I'm not getting a lot of good teamwork out of these guys. I feel like I'm getting hit a lot when I would think I would have backup. It's not been great. I like to play as slow as the next guy, but problem is, right, when the nests are spawning them instantly over and over and over and over and over again because they're pissed off, you gotta just go. Yeah, you guys handle that shit. I cleaned up everything else. I'm out. I'm just the janitor now. They're hiding from the baddies. Doesn't feel like it, for sure. That guy said he needs help, but I need it worse. Probably. This is like the 6th one of them I've killed, so, you know. I get it. Also, where are they spawning from?
Ammo here. Help yourself.
Oh my god. You've always got the pollen, boy. Something else. Here it is. God damn, that was right above where we were doing all this stuff. When the game sets you up with scrubs instead of dubs. I like that. That's a good phrase. They're reinforcing, but... what are they reinforcing? Alright. I don't know where the scan points are going to be, but let's see. That's an understatement. No kidding. I'm out here stabbing these big ass, I forget what their name are. Shakers? Smashers? These two are standing back there watching as I then get shot by all the spikers. No, no, it's fine. It's fine. You stay back there. I got this. Smasher, I believe. Yes, yes. It is. I had to look it up because I forgot over the weekend. It's like, oh, what did we call them again? Alright, so they at least took the time to reinforce before we started shit up. That's good. I put it on this.
Get to the first scanning zone.
Oh, I only got 2 shenanigans.
Hostiles inbound.
Let's clean that up. Do, 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 do. Ah, see, just killed one over there.
Go there.
Move to the next scanning zone.
Maybe they'll know how I feel about them now. I wanted to be clear about my feelings. Hey, thank you very much for the like. I'm not going to try to pronounce that. I apologize. Cheers. I call them fat bastards. Oh, I like it because they shake everything just like in Austin Powers.
Get out of there before the swarm appears.
I just watched part of. I didn't get to finish it. Part of The Spy Who Shagged Me, which is the first one, if I'm not mistaken.
Enemy incoming.
Back on Saturday. I guess technically it might have been Sunday at the time. God, I love those movies. They never get old. Fat bastard. Oh, hello. Got fucking Tarzan up there. Hey, Eli, thank you very much for the like. Cheers. How are you doing?
Data transfer complete.
Swarm signals detected. Executing incursion protocol. Prepare to leave the subzone.
Oh my god. That's the thing I hate about, let's call them fat bastards, is they're stunned perfectly well from anything besides the paralysis grenade. And then it's just over. In a moment's notice it's over and they just flip on you. I think it's back here. They're kind of the worst.
Your methods have gotten you this far. Keep up the advance.
Do they activate the chopper?
Get out of there.
What are these clown boys doing? Ah, hell no. You're on your own. I'll be in here. He's a bit big. Oh! Oh, you forgot about Smasher too. We ran out of time. We ran out of time. Nothing killed me.
Lost our ground team. Spin up a rescue and bring
And
it back home.
I should have known. So, I found this out last Thursday on my last stream of the last week. I was trying to find points of interest. And so, they're hidden pretty well on some maps. So I spent 14 minutes doing both the objective in the subzone and searching every nook and cranny for the points of interest. And if you get to the last minute, if it's the last minute, the game throws everything at you. I was in the airlock when it happened, and one tormentor came sliding in. So I closed the door. It was just him and me. I killed him. I'm like, well, let's just see what else is out there. So I open it. There's a bunch of spikers, so I shoot them. And I see a couple tormentors come my way. I go to stop them. Close the door quick. All of a sudden, there's 5 tormentors in the airlock, and it's not a big airlock. It's one of the small ones. And me. And I'm trying to fight them off, trying to survive. They're just popping up left and right, sending me to the ground. And time ran out. They didn't kill me. Time ran out. Time runs out, you just die. Even if you're in the airlock with the door closed, you have to hit the button. That was a hard lesson to learn. Never, ever let it get to the final minute. I had killed everything in the whole area, too. Similar to how we had cleared all the nests and everything there. Now there's 3 smashers walking through with a bunch of spikers behind them that you can't kill because the smashers are armored right in front of them. Oh, I see, and you can't save your operator in this. So you want to save your operator, you got to go back in irregular and do that quick. Which is not hard. There's no point in me doing anything else besides the assignments right now, so if I need to go save an operator, I can go in solo, literally bypass the missions, and just finish.
After this, Kaid should update his training program.
If you want to play sometime, I'm normally online every night. You can add me. Xbox TLP Turok, Ubisoft. Alright. TLP Truck. Turok. Why am I saying truck? I read that right the first time, and then as I started typing, my brain flipped. I apologize. There you are. Look at that. It looks scary. Like a Viking warrior, bald head, big beard, big assault rifle. Imagine if the Vikings had assault rifles. I say we invent a time machine and find out what would have happened.
Protocols in effect. Activating all trackers.
Oh, thank you.
That parasite activity is causing the tremors. Find the seismic stations our scientists left in the subzone to analyze and dissipate the waves.
If I had the patience to pull up the rear, I would love to and see how much more health I have.
There it is, but you have to start with the first station.
They never saw me coming. Reload.
I'm wasting so much ammo. No wonder I keep running out.
I'm reloading.
It's just pure instinct. I can't not reload as soon as I think it's clear.
Engaging the ERC.
I can't imagine the amount of ammo I've wasted with LMGs.
If you're having trouble locating the objective, try a recon tool.
Should probably use my knife. Just hand me back. I saw that. That was quick. Let's see. I love killing the spikers with their own spikes. I think that's such a cool touch.
Scanning hostiles.
Cloak is up.
Oh, shenanigans.
You activate the airlock sequence. You can't return to the subzone.
Who's activating the airlock?
Reloading.
Think is going in there for the boosters. Nope.
First station is there. Start the triangulation.
I almost wasted the shit out of that.
Seismic triangulation.
It's working. Get to the next station.
Oh, fuck nuggets.
Seismic triangulation complete.
I don't even know where my
Scientists
teammates
we
are,
have
but
been
apparently they took
trusted.
care of
Our
business.
scientists couldn't have done it without you.
Get me up here.
I am low on ammunition.
Converge on location.
Head over there.
I forgot that I was showing offline from this morning, so I could watch my shows without interruptions from other TLP members. Oh, nice. So you like in a clan? Or is it just a few of your buddies that you did TLP with? At one point, with the guys I used to play Siege with, I convinced them all not to change their names, but to just make new accounts. So it wasn't really smurfing or anything like that. I just thought it'd be funny for the names. So I was Black Ram GX. So I said, all right, the criteria for the name that you're going to create has to be color, animal, and end with GX.
Nothing left to pursue.
Harambe was big at the time, so there was like White Harambe, Rainbow Zebra. I think someone was like a banana. I'm like, that's not even an animal, but whatever. What can we do? So that was fun. I got them to do that for like 2 days, and then they went to play on their main accounts for their stats. That was fun. Other than that, I've had other clans. I don't know, probably just small groups of people. Nothing like big time, I'm sure. Who wanted me to change my name to join. I'm like, I'm just not gonna change my name. I've had this name for,
All personnel to airlock immediately.
man, too many years. I'm curious. Maybe it'll say. I swear it used to. Yeah, maybe it does somewhere else. Probably 10 to 12. No, I've had it. I've had it since RuneScape, so before Xbox even.
Injectors are in the
7th grade.
and then you can plant them in the nutrient node. That'll prevent
Man, how old would I have been? Maybe 12. I've had it for maybe like 15, 17 years. So I just can't give it up. The lid poppers. Ah, that's funny. It's a big clan or community from what they claim from the higher ups. Do they have like, are you guys all in like a Discord or something so you can actually see how many people are in there? And actually chat? Find other TLP members?
I have the item.
Haven't played that since high school. I got into it a little bit late.
Release the foam on that node, and it'll stop
6th grade.
that resurrection thing.
Everyone was super into it, and I was like, how good can it be? So I waited maybe a year. And so 7th grade, I played it over the summer. Wildly addicting game. Also, it's my first, like, multiplayer game, because I grew up, like, surrounded by cornfields. Not much going on there for internet. So I could play RuneScape on dial-up. That's why I liked it. Oh, don't shoot me, man.
Eliminate my target. Resupply bomb ammo. Neutralize my target.
So yeah, I thoroughly enjoyed it back in the day. Played a shit ton of it. but I haven't played that in a very long time. My method was working.
We're done in this subzone.
Ah!
Meet you at the airlock.
Your methods have gotten you this far. Keep up the advance.
My methods had me at full health until that thing. Whoa! I gotta keep switching guns quick so I don't reload too early. Probably the Facebook page shows 400 plus, or 450 plus, sorry. It's mainly active military and veterans. Oh, nice.
All personnel to get off immediately.
You know what I would say?
Airlock sequence. Subzone.
Active duty or veterans means they know how to communicate well and move as a team. You'd be surprised how many veterans I played with over the years that were terrible at first-person shooters. They love them. They weren't great. I mean, not to say that they're all like that. I played with a few who were excellent. Like, there's once in a while, I'll play with a crew of people who actually knew each other in the military and communicated really well in, like, oh, what's it called? Something Sandstorm. It was a super realistic shooter. Kind of siege-like. And I played with a group of, I don't know, it was like 8 guys that were ex-military, and they were insanely good. Their communication was immense at how well they did it. That was a lot of fun. For the record, I tried to get there to stop him from getting shot. No.
That's the spot. Plant the charges and defend the site until they detonate.
Sandstorm conflict? No. I could look it up here after this game. I still have it downloaded. Also, I gotta say, this being one of the hardest modes, these assignments, and we've somehow had the easiest, maybe, nutrient node mission I've ever seen. Has me blown away. Incursion? Doesn't sound right.
Archeans incoming. Protect the charges until they detonate.
Launching my device.
The front cover is just what looks like a military guy with a face covering. Oh, hell no.
The enemy is trying to get to the charges. Can't let that happen.
I know which one you're talking about, just can't remember the name. Okay, perfect. Sandstorm Insurgency? I think it's Insurgency.
No more arc spines. The enemy can't rely on them anymore. Good news for us.
You'll react to pride and joy. Just
Yeah, that. You saying incursion got me on the right train of thought. Alright. So that one's got to be 55k of XP, right? What's the multiplier on this? It's still just 90%? Because if so, I don't feel like this... Oh, it's 120%. Oh, hell yeah. That's still not a lot. This feels very low. Oh, I would have played with them again. Let me see. Let me just make sure we got this right. Yeah, this one. Insurgency Sandstorm. I think, or was I saying Sandstorm Insurgency? Yeah, because I think you could queue up with like 10 people. Whoa. Did I see an update? Better get that going. Don't Starve Together. Great game, by the way. Something they just keep building on. There's so much shit in there. Okay, so it doesn't say I'm any percentage of the way done with that one, but that's okay. It'll come through. Well, I guess I missed Kick the Anthill, which had 55,000 XP in it. Apparently. I'm just told it was a massive XP booster. Haven't played that in a while. I played it, you know, a little bit in the beginning. And it was fun when I was with that group who was super good, and we've got that much communication from... I think you could queue up with 10 of the 12 players on your team is what they said. And we usually always had 10. When all but 2 of us are communicating, it goes really well. But whenever I tried to play it by myself, I was just getting sniped. I had no idea where the people were. It was a nightmare, so I didn't play it for too long. I own Don't Starve Together. My buddy bought it for me. Oh, nice. It's kind of a different style of game. It's a little bit, I don't know, it's kind of like a 2D-ish thing, but it's just really, really fun. A lot of crafting involved. If you can get yourself the materials you need for food and stuff, kind of farming, you end up in a pretty good place pretty early.
Every hunter needs a good pair of eyes.
But the problem is if you can find the necessary materials to get yourself going quickly enough. Because otherwise in that game, you start getting attacked by dogs, and then comes the giant one-eyed snow monster, and when the giants come for you, they destroy everything, so you gotta run super far away from your base and then create an area where you can fight at night. Because if you haven't played that game, Don't Starve Together, the whole point is not to starve, so you have to constantly have food, keep yourself going. But also at night, if you're in darkness without any source of light, and everything's trying to put out that source of light, you die. You die fast. Just get attacked by you don't know what. It's an odd one for sure. And I don't think the multiplayer has like a story really or an ending to it, but it's just a lot of fun to explore.
Still breathing. Trap it at the extraction point.
I'll be the button guy. I've definitely played it a lot. It's a good one. It's a good one when you have people. Like, I've had groups of 6, which I think is the most you can get on a server. And
Heard on your end. Our scientists will do
we had a great time. We were able to do a lot of building. Ugh. Early on, trying to feed 6 people's really hard, and it becomes a full-time job. We had one guy who just played chef, basically, constantly cooking food and managing our resources at home. Which sometimes I didn't mind doing the base management, because it's really easy to just zone out, relax. It's really relaxing. It's not stressful.
Over there, go. Head over there. Go there, to the airlock.
Doing all right. Maintain that focus in the next subzone.
Getting ammo.
Nothing left to do here.
A good survival game is 7 Days to Die for me. I played that one a little bit, and I know a lot of people love it. I just couldn't get into the graphics and everything. Like, the graphics of it were so bad, and it kind of felt Minecraft-y with some of the building. I didn't play it too much. I tried playing, I'm a big fan of survival games, so I played a good amount of those. Tried getting into, DayZ. It was one of the first ones I was playing on my PC back in high school, and I was able to play it with some friends back then, and we had some fun with it. It barely worked on my computer.
Neutralize my target. Take out my target.
But when I got it on console, ow, what the fuck? This guy. Oh, don't shoot me back. Sorry I shot you. Fair is fair, you son of a bitch. No. I'll let him go this time. Everyone's in the arc. I think I scared him too. I played a shit ton of Ark when it first came out. That's a game that just kept getting better, and I feel like it's a good one to be able to go back to. And play and get into and do your own thing and decide you want to do this now. I was just really obsessed with architecture and building new cool types of buildings. So I would spend a lot of time on that more than exploring. Every once in a while I would try to do some exploring. So I never really did the story too much on that. I tried, and I was getting decently far as a solo once. But it is a time-consuming campaign to play. Think I scared him? Yeah, I think so too. That guy didn't want none after he shot me.
Item acquired.
I'm super excited for Ark 2. I like that Vin Diesel trailer. I feel like it'll be a better story game, but I hope it kind of keeps that core survival, builder, taming. I hope it keeps the core aspects of the first game, but just builds on the story aspect. Thing about 7 Days to Die is that you can dig down and make an underground base? Oh, I didn't know that. I watched some videos of some people with some cool bases and stuff, but I guess I never saw one of those. It's kind of what I like about Ark is that I've never gotten that far, but eventually you can get
Over there, go.
Ark Tech, or whatever they call it, the futuristic shit, the Power Rangers equipment. And build an underwater base. I saw they eventually added giant turtles that you could build a base on, and the water, and holy shit, they're everywhere. I just need to reset.
Release the foam on that node, and it'll stop doing that nest resurrection thing.
Reloading!
Oh my god. This is what I dealt with solo when I got to the 1 minute. This is unreal. What is this shit? He just got here too. I have never in my 14 years alive on this planet ever seen anything like that. So close yet so far. I hate that nutrient node mission. It is the worst thing possible because there's no what am I thinking of? Control, not quality control, number control, enemy control. I don't know what I'm thinking of, but there's no way to control the numbers. The enemies keep spawning, and if there's big ones like those tormentors, they just keep spawning and spawning and spawning and spawning and spawning. You can take out the nest, but they come right back in like 30 seconds. There's just no way to keep that under wraps. It's such a pain in the ass. I very much dislike the scans. You don't like the scans? You mean like lion scan and stuff? I don't mind it.
I'm good with my fists, but I'm poking arches with my shotgun first.
I think it's quite useful. The scan objective. Oh, sorry, my bad. I should have known what you're talking about. Yeah, I hate that too. Like, the one team where we did that, we were able to reinforce everything really well and shut all the doors before we started. There's a lot of times people just rush it and start the objective despite the fact that it's absolute hell on earth.
Activating all trackers.
R&D needs our kits right there. Reactivate, do your thing.
The enemy is dead.
Take down success. R&D has some work ahead of them.
But when we did it like that, we were able to control the situation pretty well, and it worked. But for the most part, it sucks. Nutrient node's by far the worst. The one I just did is good if you have a stun or a paralysis grenade. if you don't have something like that, it's garbage.
Subzone transition in effect.
Because if you can't stun them, you can't smoke them or something. If you just have an explosive,
It's somewhere nearby. Don't
you
lose
can't
sight of
get around them solo anyway. If you got people with you, you know, someone can each take a side. That's a different story, but solo, it's impossible. Playing solo now? Hell yeah. I'm just gonna do it to record my guys quick.
Polar MIA out. Keep an eye on that arc tree. It'll try to impede the rescue.
Once I save these two guys, because it's gonna bother me not having them and possibly losing more. I'll try again. I didn't think, you know, I thought there's a good chance that I might get these achievements done today before the end of the stream. It's like, oh, I don't know, there's a possibility, but now I'm seeing it's just not gonna happen. Really hoping I can 100% it. Try some ranked. I know a lot of people have popped in here and either invite me to play or wanted me to play, and I'm just trying to clear all this stuff first.
Don't let the arc cells reach the arc tree. Anchor points are gone. Extract our MIA. The arc tree is trying to...
And I think I can breeze through this and...
Pull them out of there.
Yeah, you gotta get them back. I probably get both these guys in 5 minutes each, depending on what zone they're in, and try one more assignment tonight. Go a little bit past the normal stream time, but I'd like to.
Get our operator
This
to the extraction
assignment
point.
I'm seeing kind of sucks for XP. And it's hard as shit. But I do notice that they're all different, like the Alaska wall-to-wall one or whatever it was. Yeah, that's the one that had the security device. So you had to do your objective, then the security device, and you had to wait for a minute and a half while everything on the planet attacked you in that minute and a half. That's how I screwed my teammates the first time I played it. There was the security device to unlock the doors, so I went and I unlocked the doors at the same time that my teammates started the scan objective. So we had double the amount of enemies spawning in for a very long time. Everyone was confused. It did not go well.
About time someone pulled the smoking off.
I feel gypped that I can't get the bodies for these guys, despite how many times I've killed a billion sledges, few smokes, and like 6 alibis, but yet I got the body and the head. Not without a strong team, I guess. Yeah, I guess. And I probably got a handful of people. I could do this with, I mean, you only need to find 2 teammates, which is nice. It's not like normal Siege where you gotta find 4. That we can try it. I've got you. I've got Anthony at the top. A few other people who've popped in that we've added over the days. Let's see, Vigil. It's kind of weird seeing myself on someone else's screen. I bet it is. I was playing with my cousin on stream a few weeks back, and we got this good YouTube short I put on there where we had to do the capture mission, and it was just a grunt or whatever, but I'm sitting there kind of teasing it, teabagging it, whatever, on the platform. I'm like, alright, you ready to hit the button? Yep. He's on the button, but he's watching the stream, which has like a 15-second delay. Well, I didn't die, but it was close. I was critical of the decision making to wait so long, but it was simply because he was watching the delay, which is funny. It created a good clip. Cheers, by the way. Stay back. Oh. Nice. I was gonna eat it no matter what, but I had to see. I bet it did. Got quite a few good and funny shorts to put out there on YouTube after this game. Feel free to check it out. It's just Black Ram GX Gaming, the same as Facebook. I think I got a link there in the little top description if you're on your phone, if you're on PC. I don't know where it shows up on the far right. I don't know. I watch streams on my phone significantly more, so I know how it looks better on mobile than it does on PC. Sometimes people talk to you about what they're seeing versus what I know. I'm like, well, I don't know what device you're on. Tablets are something completely different. iPhones are probably different than Androids. It's interesting. I almost had to heal Vigil. I know, I was like, please make it out of here with at least the 100 HP. I knew I had the bonus, so that's why I was just watching like, come on, pull him out. Got out of there perfectly. Oh, all right. This is going to be the squad right here. They're going to be amazing. We're not going to have any nutrient nodes. We're not going to have any of these damn scans. This I can do. And they're chatting. I'll speak when necessary. Alright, I'll let them pick whatever. Shit. Yeah, I got you. You pick what you want. I didn't even realize I was doing that. My bad.
Happy to be of service.
I didn't realize that when I was going through, it was showing all my guys are level 10. They're like, I should probably be a level 10. Oh shit, and Black Ram, he could pick whoever he wants. No, people that chat. Lame. I have a bunch of sour studies to do. Which ones? I'm trying to remember. I'll probably look myself and see which one it is. The sour ones I don't think were that bad. What you have to destroy like 5 mines. Kill one before it places a mine, which is just pure luck. depending on when you find it, and maybe to kill so many, if I remember right. I've got a uniquely good memory sometimes. It's the best way I think I can describe it. Oh my god. The memes people send me. Triangulation, not too bad. Nest tracking, not too bad. Capture the specimen, not too bad. I think we can do this. Kill a sour with a weak point. That's not too bad. Sometimes you can shoot them a few times, and I think that makes them kind of step back and they show their stomach. Or you can just wait. It's usually not too bad. Look at this guy shelling out money for his Tachanka skin back there. Ooh-wee. Hey there, Susan. Thank you for the like. Cheers. Oh shit, and that gets us a 10 reactions on the night here. It's a good number to be at. I like it. Cheers. Wow, and does everyone know the answer to tonight's trivia question too? Jeepers. Not a lot of people who took a shot at it, but a lot of people got it right. Kill a sour with weak point, kill a sour without setting off any of their mines. Oh, just setting off their mines. Sounds more right. And destroy 3 sour mines. And that's all not bad. It's just a matter of, are they going to show up on the map? Because I think some of my biggest problems with those ones where you need a specific enemy type is that you might not see them for 15 games.
That's a tremor. Our scientists have been getting strange fluctuating pressure readings in the area. Get to our seismic station.
Into the objective. Scratch that order. Deploying heartbeat sensor.
Illuminate my target.
Throwing device.
Someone did not just set it off already. We're only 2 buildings. Oh! 2 rooms in.
Reloading! A med kit here!
Thank you.
If you're having trouble, that's the first station. Start the triangulation.
Except them damn breaches and bloaters which are everywhere. Until you need them. Also, if you're trying to do the achievements,
Device going out.
son of a biscuit-eating bulldog. He did not just do that. There's an achievement to take down 70 of those. 70. 75, actually, if I'm not mistaken here.
Favor the objective.
Which is bonkers. I actually did it pretty quickly. I did. I just wasted that half clip. I feel very alone here.
Cancel that last order.
But I was able to get him fairly fast, but I could have done it way earlier if I just knew. I just looked at takedown 50. No. Is it 50? Is it 70 or 75 sludge you gotta kill with explosives? I'm probably just mixing up which one's which. The 75 sludge with explosives took a little while, but when you get to difficulty 4, there's a...
It's working. Get to the next station.
Oh no, we're not gonna do this.
Ammo restock here.
Updating seismic triangulation.
Oh, we are gonna do this. That guy detoured. Okay.
Head to the next
When you get
station.
to level 4, there's a mutation that certain enemies, when they die by any other way than good thing he gave me the health. Any other way than a weak point kill, they turn into sludge. Also, if you break apart the big sludges and turn them into 3 sludges, and then hit them with an impact, get 3 right there.
Reloading weapon.
So they weren't too bad when you focus in on them, but if I knew from the start, I probably wouldn't have to focus in on them at the end. So it's a good one just to look out for. The sludges is with explosives is 75. Okay. I haven't had to do them in a few days, so that's nice.
You can head to the next subzone. Nothing left of interest here. Doing all right. Maintain that focus in the next subzone.
I did not see them at all, to be honest. I didn't know they were here. I'm surprised they didn't have the door open. I just got fucked up. I guess it could be a lot worse. But yeah. If you can focus on those takedowns early. There is a slight secret I found. It's kind of more of a hack, if you will. Not a hack. I don't know. An exploit, maybe?
Engage my target.
Where if you have a nest that's pissed off and it's just spawning things. By the way, the nests will spawn random things every time. Something different will come up. I had a breacher, a bloater, and then a fat bastard coming up. But if you stay directly behind where they spawn, because they spawn the exact same way every time, you can take down whatever comes out before it has a chance to really play.
Airlock sequence in progress.
Oh, that's on me, not B. So you can sit there behind a nest and play your time until the 2-minute marker. Because again, you do not want to get to the 1-minute marker. And that's one way to farm a few. Farming! That's what I'm trying to say.
Find dormant nests and set auto trackers on them. React needs the latest data on the parasite's ecosystem.
Few cardiac sensors
It's
surge
changing,
gauge
and we
my
need to keep
target.
up.
Head to the objective. Device on the way.
Auto tracker activated. Auto tracker activated.
Scanning HB7.
Auto tracker activated.
Engage my hostile.
Auto tracker activated.
Collapse on the objective.
Auto tracker activated.
Son of a bitch.
Looks like we got enough data to update current nest conditions in the area.
Eliminate my... Head over there! Eliminate my target!
Well, that works a lot better when you hit.
Reloading!
Woo! Look around this, just out of curiosity, how old are you? I look about the same age as you. I am 29. Could be. I'm an oldie. They call me Oldie Locks.
There's more in the next sub.
Nobody calls me that, but that's a pun. A funny one. 28? Nice. $29 next month. Ooh, so we're pretty close. Birthday is in November, so we're 4 months. 4 months separate. And November 28th, so it's like almost being on the next month. There they are.
Head over there. Stop should be the airlock.
Nope, nope, with an extra side of nope.
Adapting well to the circumstances. Keep that momentum.
More ammo here. Got some ammo.
All personnel
Whew. 1993, I'm 1992. Good sir. Same generation, though. Means we grew up with all the same stuff. Same TV shows.
Stay in the airlock or you'll end up MIA.
Same games.
airlock sequence.
What was your first console? N64 or PlayStation 1? And it could be Game Boy, but I think Game Boy was my first, technically. But then I had a PS1 after that. Once my parents deemed me old enough to have the real thing. Your brother's 1992? Well, I would wager there's a 9-month difference between you, so he's got to be at least 5-6 months older than me.
I'll confirm the target. Trap this RTN at the extraction point. Whatever you do, don't kill it.
Reload!
Sega Genesis? That is the wild card answer I did not expect, but a good console nonetheless. I never had one, but I had some cousins
More ammo!
that had one growing up. And I remember on the one's birthday. Holy shit. No man left behind.
Kill your squad mates. Get them to the extraction pod.
Hold on!
Oh my god, everyone just... Can you leave me alone? God damn it.
I'm trying!
fuck. I hope this guy escapes because I'm already on the thing. Anyway, sorry. Story. So we would, I remember for his birthday, a bunch of us came over, and they had Sonic, and there was the racing where one person would be Sonic and the other would be Tails. And you had to do some certain button combo to go up the vertical parts of the track or to fly as Tails. And I didn't know how to do it. I never played. I never used that console. I didn't know what buttons were what or anything. And they would just laugh. Him and his brother just laugh as they wouldn't let me win. They wouldn't tell me how to play. And I was like, this is some rude ass shit. You had at least tell me how to play the game. We were very young. So it's back when kids love to cheat, you know? Like putting in cheat codes and stuff like that made you feel really good because you were probably really shit at games anyway. Let's be honest. Most kids are absolutely terrible at games. But you get better as you grow and you get smarter. And so cheating's more fun as a little kid. But yeah, so I did not have great Sega memories. I did like Golden Axe. Golden Axe was great. August 1992. So he beats me by, what, 2 months? Is that right? 3 months? 2 months? 2 months.
Yeah, can depend on me.
Time for Vigil to get another save out here. I really should just use Jaeger. And the OG Nintendo, like on Mario. Nice. I didn't get to play that for many years. I got some cartridges around here somewhere because I got one of the clone systems that could play Nintendo and Super Nintendo. And you could get the old cartridges, which still work flawlessly, I might add.
Achaeans here are being good buddies with their elite, which is bad news for our containment efforts. Kill a few to provoke the elite into showing itself.
My target is priority kill.
If you activate the airlock sequence, you can't return to this subzone.
Airlock sequence. Subzone transition in effect.
I never got Mario because even the Mario games are pretty expensive. I do have an N64 I managed to acquire
The distress call came from this section.
with original. What's the game? Mario Kart, which by the way is like a $120 game now. I think the cheapest I've seen it is like maybe $60.
There's the package. XLR personnel.
Let's go, move!
Get the package to the extraction point. Place the package in the extraction pod.
Up, down, left, right. Select start. AB select start. That's right. It's a classic. And everyone knows it. I forget what that was originally for, to be honest, off the top of my head.
You're in containment with engineered insular structure. You're adapting well to the circumstances. Keep that momentum.
Stupid autocorrect. Yeah, I knew what you meant. 99 lives on most of the games. Oh, it was on actually several games, or at least most. Yeah. Interesting. I remember
Aberrant nests make protein.
Airlock
I worked in
subzone transition in effect.
mental health for a while. There was this one kid who was like playing video games, so I play with him. And he got Contra.
The operator is our top
He's
priority.
obsessed with Contra. But he was terrible, and so was I, actually. Those old games are hard as shit. And, I don't know how, but he somehow acquired an old school Game Genie. And we got, like, the unlimited lives and all that. Ran through it. And then I showed it off to the other staff, and I was like, yeah, look at this. I beat Contra. Like, no fucking way, how would you ever beat that game? I let him know I cheated, but I lived in the glory for a little bit first.
Device out.
Classic. Sonic and Mario were the biggest two that utilized the code. Sonic and Mario both had it, because they were different consoles. Different companies at the time.
Recover our operator and be careful. The arc tree will tighten its hold on us.
And then I don't know. I don't think Nintendo bought out Sega. I think Sega's just like, I don't know, a game development company now, right? Because they have games on basically everything. They had the Sonic, or the Sega versus Mario, like Olympics or whatever.
It's acting up. Target the anchor points and arc cells. The parasite is fighting back. Pull our operator out of the arc tree.
Love Contra games. They were pretty fun. There was one where it's kind of like Contra, but instead it was aliens and UFOs, and I played some of that as a kid. I didn't know what it was. It came in a GTA
It's working. Arc tree is easing up.
2 disc case for PS1.
Exfil our operator.
I could probably figure it out, and I think I have figured it out before, but...
Bring our operator to the extraction pod.
I don't know. I probably wouldn't even know the name if I saw it.
Celebrate the highs while you can.
I think I know what you're talking about.
We still
You'll
have
probably
work.
figure it out. Game like Contra with aliens. Well, there's Contra 3, The Alien Wars. That might have been it. Maybe it was Contra. That is an old memory from the long, long ago. But I remember playing, I think it was GTA 2. Actually did get it eventually. And it was like top down. And if I remember right, circle on PS1 just made fart or burp noises in rotation. What a game. Hilarious. Could be overhead view. Could be. I don't know. I guess I'd have to watch some videos to try to remember and see which one was which. But that's going way back. That is a hunt. Alright, so we're at the night here. It was fun. We've got some more assignments to do. So I think with all the randoms we played with, we only... I don't know if it'll show any progress. I guess not. We got 30,000 XP once. And just barely, too. It isn't the boatloads of XP I thought it was going to be, like other people made it out. Maybe the other ones were, and this one just isn't. So, I don't know how we're going to get the 55,000 XP in a single incursion. But we'll just keep chipping away at these assignments until we get them, and sooner than later, we'll get the other 4. But not too bad. Not too bad of a start. And I'm just glad that we got all the little points of interest complete. That was a big one for me. They have some of the Contra games in the store on Xbox. They got almost everything except for the things I want from back in the day. You know, I think I'd get a PlayStation if they had old PS1 games. Like, they could put the whole PS1 game store up, but they don't. for some reason. So, I don't know. I get it for that. Like, Nintendo Switch, they keep adding old stuff. They added something like 10 or 15 Sega games. About the same N64 games. And then, like, almost every Nintendo and Super Nintendo game that's worth having on there. They've got all that for their just membership. They just give it to you. It's fantastic. So sometimes I've gone back and just played some of those. Thing is, those old games really don't hold your attention that well, and you're really not going to spend much time on them. But it's kind of fun just to relive it every once in a while. So, the question of the night was, during what lunar phase is the moon least visible from Earth? Is it the first quarter, the waxing crest, the waning gibbous, or the new moon? Now, I had no idea. I personally had no clue what this was, and when I guessed, I got it on the last one. So nobody voted for the waxing crest or the waning gibbous, probably because, like, what are those? I don't know the phases of the moon that well. That's fair. You guys were correct. It is not the first quarter, which 20% voted for. 80% of you got it right, which is smarter than me. It was the new moon. So, congratulations to those of you who got it right. Well done tonight. You've beaten me. And here is the info on that. The new moon is the phase that is least visible to us on Earth because the moon is between the Earth and the sun, and its illuminated side is facing away from us. So, that is why that is. Mike here, he's got it. So, let's do some shout outs for you people out here. You amazing, amazing people. Thank you again to Clifford Manoban. Manoban? Feel free to correct me, Clifford, if you see this. Thank you for the follow over the weekend. I appreciate you, good sir. Thank you, Ninja Smoke Gaming, for the like. Thank you, Anthony, for the like. Kayla for the like. Samuel for the like and share. Sam also for the 250 stars. Cheers. Again, appreciate you. Thank you, Uncanny, for the like. Levon for the like. Sanskrit name, if that's Sanskrit. I think it is. I don't really know. I'm sorry. I can't read that. Thank you for the like. Eli, thank you for the like. Mike, thank you for the notify in the chat there, which comes out as a follow. Appreciate that. And thank you, Susan, for the like. Mike, that was an easy one. Well, that's all right. Sometimes they're hard, sometimes they're easy. For me, that was a hard one. I thought I'd get more of you, but you guys did well. Said you took over the comments and you rarely do that. Well, hey, come on in anytime. I love to chat, especially if there's no one else chatting in here. I get bored talking to myself, but I'll do it. I'll talk to myself. So pop in anytime. I love to chat, play all kinds of different games. Be doing Extraction here for at least another couple days. And then I've got some other games in mind here that we're going to be trying out whenever we finish up with that. So feel free to pop back in anytime. Our schedule here is Monday through Thursday, 6 to 9 Central Standard Time. We're on that schedule each and every day. And then the weekends sometimes. So hopefully we'll see you guys all again soon. Mike, it's been an absolute pleasure, good sir. Thank you for popping in, throwing up that notify, chatting with me. It was a good night. It was a good night. So we'll do some more of this tomorrow. And we'll catch you on there. You're out on Eastern time? Oh, nice, nice. Only an hour's difference. I got a lot of friends who are out there on the West Coast, and when I start playing at 6, they're either just getting off work or the people who work till 5 are still working for another hour. Well, that seems brutal. Somebody had to. That's right. That's what I'm talking about. Mike's got the right idea. Everyone take notes. But, yeah. So we'll be back on tomorrow. Mike, pop back in tomorrow if you got some free time. And keep chatting with me. These assignments are only going to get more hilarious as they keep not going anywhere. And if you're feeling up to it and you want to take one of your level 10 characters for a spin, we can give it a try too. So until then, everyone have a good night. And I'll see you guys tomorrow. Yes, I knew I was forgetting something. And if it's your first time watching, please do follow, drop a like, drop a comment, drop a share, drop your stars. If you're on YouTube, like and subscribe and drop a comment there as well. Check out the YouTube. Anyone who hasn't, links in the description. It's just Black Ram GX Gaming. We have our full streams every single day. Go up on there, and always tons of fun shorts. Got a couple that I took some notes on tonight. I think that are going to be pretty good. So we'll see how that goes. Mike just got off the clock when I seen you on Facebook. Perfect timing. A lot of times people are just getting on the clock, or Anthony up there was on his break. So you never know. Depends on everyone's schedule. Everyone's got a new one, or a different one, I should say. So thanks again, everybody, and we'll see you tomorrow.